Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Mary. And here's Kevin, our traveling dog.
Kevin has been with us since 2010, and wherever we go, Kevin goes with us, and we are embarking in a 2-week journey across country.
We're moving from San Diego to Florida. This is our day 7 and 8 combination video, and day 7 we visited Arches during the day.
So we did Arches the night before to see the sunset, but we hadn't seen all the wonderful rock formations that are occurring in the park. There's over 2,000 arches in the park as well. Come into the park, the first thing you see is Park Avenue and it's really tall, steep formations, and there's other called the Double Arch, Delicate Arch. As you do the short hike from the car, you actually can see it from the distance from the backside. So, which goes to show you that you really don't need to be a hiker to visit the park. There's so many other things that you can do by driving around and just a short walk. There are people not even in hiking shoes.
Delicate Arch from the parking lot is pretty far away though. I mean, it's nothing like going there. If you can make it up there, it's very spectacular, as you saw yesterday.
That's right. Bring lots of water, good hiking shoes, and a good flashlight if you're going to be stranded at night like we were. Another formation was Fiery Furnace.
Fiery Furnace, it's really interesting, and if you do hike down there, you cannot go on your own. You have to go with a ranger because it's like a labyrinth down there, and you could get lost.
And then the last one was Sand Dune Arch, which we didn't make, but we'll show you a picture of what that looks like. So there's 5 formations that you can see from the car with a short hike.
After we left Arches, for the sunset on day 7, we visited Dead Horse Point State Park.
And of course, to watch something with the sunset, it's one of the best places to view the sunset. Dead Horse Point is a peninsula of rock. It's on top of some sheer cliffs. Legend says it was used as a corral for wild mustangs, and what the cowboys did was round up all these horses, and then they led them to the edge of the cliff, chose only the ones that they wanted, somehow by fencing them off, and then leaving the other horses to die without any water. I thought that was interesting why it's called Dead Horse.
Yeah, why is it called Dead Horse? Sheer cliffs, and when you are looking out at the beautiful landscape in front of you, you are looking out at the Canyonlands National Park and the Colorado River.
It was beautiful, and the sunset and the different shades of light that passed through the canyon at different times, and with the clouds in the way, it actually was enhancing it.
On to day 8, and we went to Durango.
And we went through town a little bit this morning, and we saw a little bit of the historic downtown and a train that went by, and that was kind of cool. There's some train rides through the mountains.
On the way into Durango, though, on Saturday, we visited another national park thanks to our card. It's the Mesa Verde National Park.
What you do is you drive up and around all these deep canyons, and there was a lot of switchbacks and a lot of looping.
It is a huge park.
It's huge. And it took about a half hour, 45 minutes to even get to, is it called Step House? I guess it was called Step House.
The Step House. There are a lot of cave dwellings there, and they are really interesting. Because we traveled in, we were there towards the end of the day, and so we visited one, the Step House.
Right. We didn't have any passes to get in or tickets to get into the other cave dwellings or cliff dwellings.
You need to have a toured guide. They don't let people just wander in off the street.
Yeah, you need to be prepared. And we weren't. It was just last night. Oh, there's like bugs around here.
We're in New Mexico.
You know,
We're being
there's bugs.
welcomed by the New Mexican bugs.
So anyway, about 700 years these Pueblo people inhabited these cliff dwellings, and we did see one of them. And this one was interesting because it showed two separate types of what would they call occupations. One was basket making, and the other one was masonry. And that was kind of cool because you could see on the rock where they were like sharpening their tools, where it left marks.
And some petroglyphs. So twice they inhabited this. And I asked, and I was thinking, what is the answer to why they lived in the cliffs? Protection, right? No, the first thing he said was water. That as it rained, the water would collect above their cliff dwellings, and they had channels and dams up above to help funnel that water down. And I'm sure they had a big water cauldron, so they had a great source of fresh water. At least that's what we think.
Really interesting place. A lot of things to see. Just took a little sampling of what's available there. There's actually places to stay if you're interested in staying longer than just a quick drive up to see one of the dwellings. And one thing that I would suggest is something we did before even starting out on our journey from California to Florida is purchase the National Parks Pass. It was $80, and for a year you can then get into any national park with the pass. So
America the Beautiful.
I highly recommend getting the pass for sure. And there's so many things to do in these parks that we just took a little sampling of these parks. You could really spend 4 or 5 days in any of the parks that we talked about and never get bored. But we just took a little sample, so now it gives us a reason to come back.
So we are currently in Raton, New Mexico.
We did check into this hotel, and you all know I love mid-century modern, and I'm going to show you a couple pictures of our place before we completely trashed it with all the stuff we have in our car. It's called the Pinup Room.
The Pinup Room. This hotel we're staying at is themed, and every room has a different theme, and ours is the Pinup Room. So fun.
I got that for Dave.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Well, thank you. There is a book in there.
And a typewriter.
And a typewriter to write my notes.
All right, you guys. Just to our family and friends, we love you, we miss you, and if you like us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe.
Down below is a button somewhere. Please hit the subscribe button because YouTube is, they like that. YouTube likes it. If you hit the like button, it helps our algorithm or something, and I'm kind of interested to see what happens with that.
All right. Very good.
Thanks for following along.
And do you like our new home, by the way? Actually, I hope you guys can see. We'll take a picture of this. This is glam camping around us. We just found a place outside, really just walking just a few steps away from our hotel room, and there's glam camping out here. Too cool. Trailer park.
And a train. Maybe you can hear that.
All right. Good night, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.